So the truth is, the person that is having a narcissistic personality disorder, most of the time they are even oblivious to their insanity, to their act. Now, the truth is, a narcissist is mentally ill. And this is how I explain it to people, especially women that lives in the, or men, both ways, because we have female narcissists too, that lives with such people or persons. I tell them that the person you are living with is mad. A mad person sits on the streets, eats on the road, walk naked, and is not aware. It's the people around the person that will look at the person and be ashamed. And that's why if you look at the streets, we have a lot of people that are insane, but we have few of them on the street because they have become an embarrassment to their family people, the people they are living with. They quickly take them off the street, take them to the home, take them to psychiatric hospital, drop them in, probably lock them up in their homes if they cannot afford to take them to a psychiatric hospital. Meaning that the people that are living with the narcissist, they are the one that feels the pain, that feels the shame, that feel the impact. So one woman told me, she said, I stopped existing in my marriage. I became an extension of his shadow. I'm just telling you that when you are dealing with a narcissist, you are dealing with a person that has a mental illness and is oblivious to that is mad. He is not realizing it. He's not coming to himself. So you are the one fixing it. You are the one trying to live their life for them. So that's why we tell women or men that are married to a narcissist that you are enabler. You are an enabler. You are fixing it. You are trauma bonded with the person you are married to because you are ashamed of the things that is doing to you in the secret that you cannot even say in the public. As a matter of fact, the way they are wired and the masking and the pretense makes you look stupid, even when you have to tell the world that this is what I'm going through. That's why a victim of a narcissist, they keep secrets, especially when they are in faith, because church religion is oblivious to it. So it's like, and they have put people, as a matter of fact, they will say submit one to another. So even if you are a man, the Bible says submit one to another. If you are a woman, submit to your husband. So the issue of submission has now put people in cage, has subjugated them to the toxicity and the abuse in a way that the person in question is like, okay, it's a paradox to me. Let's look at the scriptures. Husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Can Christ beat me? Can Christ make me to doubt the reality of the hurt you are bringing to me? Will Christ cheat on me? Now, the moment the person thinking like this, then you begin to ask yourself, this is abnormal, this is not normal, this is out of space and out of order. But it takes a long time for the victim of a narcissist to break the silence. The only thing is what they do. I'm talking about the people living in the confines of marriage with a narcissist. The only thing they do is they start seeking help. They will look for family friends. They will report the person. They will tell the pastor. They will report the person. They'll just be dancing. You have pastors having to spend a whole night with them. Trying to resolve conflicts. And those conflicts are not resolvable. That is just the painful part of it. A narcissist he wants control. He wants to be in charge. You don't have a life. He wants to monitor everything. They are like monitoring spirits. And they are so charming, but they are based in manipulation. So their spouse is hooked up. They look so innocent. They look so good. People look at them as if they cannot hurt a fly, not knowing that they are killing a lion. They are giant killers. They've killed the giants in their spouses. They've killed greatness in the life of the people they are related with or relating with. And of course, nobody knows. Nobody understands. Nobody believes. So they are just there. The guy is seeking attention. He would, if he has a ministry, you dare not mess around his ministry. As a matter of fact, by the time you are trying to express yourself a little bit on his pulpit, on his podium, and you are giving a little bit of attention because you have a gift, you have a talent, you get into heavy dose competition. Because one of the things that is with the narcissist is they have serious low self-esteem. They don't have value. They don't know their worth. They see everybody as a competitor. So the truth is, if anybody around them, maybe their spouse, even their children suffer the effects of their personality disorder. So they want admiration. They want worship. They have to be acknowledged. Probably a meeting is going on, and one of their kids is gifted, and somebody acknowledges the gift of the child without acknowledging them. You become an enemy of that person for life. Did I touch something? Talk to me. Is there You understand? Because the truth is, now the sign that you are within the confines of a narcissist is, number one, they twist your reality. They twist your words. They gaslight you. We call it gaslighting. They made you feel, are you okay? As a matter of fact, because most narcissists have addiction problems too. By the time you caught them in the very act, they would make you feel you are hallucinating, you are losing your mind, you are lying, you are deceiving, you are not real. And you are saying, this is the evidence, I have the proof. And they gaslight you in a way that you start doubting your proof. Okay, it's not true, maybe it's my mind. And their love is conditional. They only love you when you submit. Then of course they can't connect. They withdraw emotionally. They cannot connect. They don't have the capacity to love. That's why when they leave you and they tell you, I'll get another person, just relax. They don't love. They can't love. The cane they used to beat you is not kept on the roof. It's under the bed. They're going to bring it out and smack you very well. That's the pain, because a lot of people think, oh, I've lost a lot, why did I leave him? Please, I told one of my proteges, one of my clients that is in therapy, she had to leave finally. I told her, I said, you know how you're going, because all these church girls, we are victims of this, the guilt of, you've had it back to back, that you don't divorce, you don't leave your husband, you die there until death do you part. Hey, covenant of life is stronger than the covenant of marriage. Please take that to the bank and collect money from it. I said covenant of life is stronger than the covenant of marriage. So, and God hates divorce, but he loves a divorcee. And God will not want you to go and die in a man's house, all in the name of, what the scripture said. I will talk about that later. I know I'm going to shake tables here. But you know what I'm teaching here? I've lived it. So I understand the dynamics of what I'm talking about. I lived it, I touched it, I felt it, I've handled it. Watch me very soon. My story will shake the tables because I've made up my mind. I want to become a wounded healer. I cannot continue because church is oblivious to these things and people are not talking about it. They are just there, trying to mask it and massage it and tell you are saying too much. It's your truth. It's your reality. This is what we went through. And please, let me quickly digress. If you are living with a narcissist, keep your records. Because by the time you are bringing out your truth and your reality and they are saying you are lying, you have evidences on the table. That is why one thing I've always told my clients, have your proofs. Have the proof of gaslighting, have the proof of manipulation, have the proof of beating, have all the proofs. Now, you are not trying to impress anybody. You are getting those proofs to reassure yourself that what is going on here is not supposed to be, and that is not the will of God for me, and that is not me. The fault, what is going on in our relationship has got nothing to do with me, because a lot of women will say, it's my fault. If I had loved more, if I had been more submissive, if I had been more, and sincerely, such people that felt like that, they have done more than enough. By the time they sit in therapy and we begin to analyze what they have done in that marriage, I will ask them, what again do you want to do? You have become the wife, You have become the husband. You have become the carer. You have become the giver. You are the one, the provider. You are the one, the enabler. You are the one, the fixing it. You are the one doing everything. Because we dance. Such women living in, especially women, they dance. Some men too dance. I've seen female narcissists and I've bowed. So it's a mental illness. And you know, the Bible talked about the signs of the end time. It said in 2 Timothy 3, 2-5, it said the lovers of themselves, a narcissist is a lover of himself. He has to be I, me, and myself. And when there's a shift, it's all about me. And is that not what Lucifer said? So it's a Luciferian spirit. To be a narcissist as the spirit of Lucifer, if I'm saying it right. Now, another sign that you are living with a narcissist is they withdraw emotionally. The moment they can keep malice for eternity. If you offend them, they will body shame you, they will gaslight you, they will withdraw from you. So you are wondering, so you are puzzled 24/7. What did I do? What have I said? If you have visitors and maybe you show yourself in a way that you were acknowledged, or you are having a conversation with visitors and you acknowledge the person that is not him, you are in trouble. He withdraws for life. He will just keep to himself. So you are not kept in a place of puzzle. So you are walking on eggshell. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. You don't know. It's hellfire you are living in, not on earth. Of course, they give you public perfection but private pain. Can somebody note that? They give you public perfection but private pain. There is no woman, there is no man that lives with a narcissist that does not have a private pain, even though it can even be holding your hands in public, hugging you in public. So you are confused, you are delusioned, you are asking, this one it doesn't add up. It does not add up. Living with a narcissist does not add up. It messes up your brain. It messes up your mind. You are asking, especially when you are a woman that fixes it. You are Mrs. Fix It. You do everything. You are a man that even fix it. Sometimes you are asking, this man does not even, he can't say thank you. He doesn't appreciate. Now, he will go and be telling his people, telling other people, my wife is wonderful, my wife is wonderful, my wife is da. But he will never say it to you. So you are wondering, this guy is publicly perfect, but privately giving me pain. They crave for applause. They want you to hero worship them, honor them, bow, crouch, do everything. And they don't have empathy. Jesus. When you see a narcissist does not have empathy, what is empathy? Wearing somebody else's shoe. They never wore your shoe. They don't feel you. If they feel you, there are so many things they will not do. You can't look at your wife and you just beat her and break her heart and physically, and they are physically abusive too. They are physically abusive. They can do anything to make sure that you are no more alive. They emotionally put you in a cage. You are in a web. You are in a snare of the fowler. Somebody is hearing me today. Your soul will escape like a snare in the hand of the fowler, because those guys are terrible. Now let's look at the hidden cost of living or coexisting with a narcissist. Number one, you lose identity. It crushes your self-esteem. It makes you feel lesser, act lesser. You don't have identity. And you lack joy. No joy, no peace, no identity. Then you live in anxiety. You are depressed. Chronic anxiety, chronic depression, low self-esteem. Not because you are weak. It's not from weakness. It is from the toxicity and the abuse of the narcissist. It's not weakness at all. Most women that are even married to a narcissist, they are strong women. And that is what attracted you to them. They look for strong praise. They look for people that have potentials. They look for people that has the courage, the charisma, because they want to use you to pose. They want to use you to flaunt. They want to use you to become their tool. They use you as a tool, as a matter of fact. That's why if they want anything, they know you will get it. You are a goal getter. You get it for them, and it's, it's a different thing. When you get things for them, it's another thing for them to appreciate it and say thank you. And they make sure you don't fulfill destiny. You lose your identity, you don't fulfill destiny, you are lost in the crowd. You are lost in the crowd. Yes, those are the signs. But there's a way out. There's a way out. One of the ways to be out of this is tell yourself this cannot be love. Acknowledge, know what love is. Love is good. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love does not keep the records of wrong. If they have any information about you, it's a weapon in their hands for life. They use it. Some women that find themselves in that kind of relationship, or men, by the time you are sharing your story with them, your past life, what you have been through, they weaponize it. Anybody that weaponizes the information you gave to them is narcissistic in nature. So you know when love gets wrong or love is misused. So you are waking, you are alive. Knowledge is might. It takes understanding to stand. It takes understanding to be outstanding. So you must know better. Now, the truth is very profound. When you are getting out of their lives by knowledge, the justice is delivered. The moment you have the knowledge, you detach. You refuse to feed their ego again. That's when you're going to have problems, man. The moment you refuse to keep massaging their madness and their ego, they would drop you like pack of cards and say, what's wrong with this one? We are no more interested. Because they are no more there. So if you are living in the confines of that relationship and you are married to them, stop feeding their ego. Know that this is not love. Love is not toxic. Then 2, no feeding of ego. No explanation. Because when you are explaining, feeding their ego is explanation. You are trying to give them, I didn't mean that. That man, I greeted him. I love you too. You are very important. But he also did well. He said well. My pastor preached well. That's why they say you are honoring your pastor. Why would you worship your pastor? And you also, oh God. Let me quickly say this here. I started a campaign. As a matter of fact, God just gave me that assignment. Because I discovered that emotional wounds are not x-rayed. You cannot x-ray a narcissist. He comes to fellowship, he speaks in tongues, he preaches. They're on the pew, they're on the pulpit. They are more on the pulpit now than the pew as I'm talking to you. Because they have charisma, they have courage. So when you see them on the pulpit, you are wowed. Now, the truth is, and this is profound, I was thinking one day, I said, okay, I've had series of counseling sessions with many of my clients, and I noticed that this thing is becoming naughty, Knowty. We are not having headway. What's going on? And what we result to is, let us do personality assessment. Are you hearing me? Okay. Let's do personality assessment. So when we do that, or compatibility assessment, either ways. By the time we do that, we realize, okay, there's a personality problem here, which can be fixed anyway. That being fixed is optional. That's the truth. It's highly optional. So we need to get that before I made somebody to think that we can work on them. That's a lot. That's a task. Or even in the US, all the great clinicians and psychologists, they avoid getting involved with a narcissist when they are having marital issues, because they are hard nuts. They are hard nuts. They are bone too hard to crack. Now, I now discover that when you are getting married, they'll say, do genotype test, do blood test, know your genotype, do HIV test, do all the tests. But what about compatibility assessment? And since I have started doing compatibility, as a matter of fact, the moment people have a marital issue now and they are finding it difficult to resolve it, I will tell them, come, what is compatibility assessment? What do you do when you go for your blood test? Okay, you are feeling somehow. The doctor will say, okay, have you treated malaria? Da, da, da. Okay, I have. Can we just do tests to be sure it's not typhoid or it's not malaria parasite plus plus? I said, the moment I noticed that, okay, you have gone to counseling, you try to resolve it, you are just not having way out. Okay, let's do compatibility assessment. The compatibility assessment test will show you exactly where the problem is and how it can be resolved. Because the truth is, if you don't do that, you will keep fighting as if you are boxing the air and nobody is having a breakthrough. So what I'm saying in essence is that detach yourself from the narcissist because they are egocentric. Your silence becomes power. Yeah. Because no. The truth is, when you are relating with a narcissist, let me shock you with this truth. When you are relating with a narcissist, when they make you miserable is when they're happy. It's like giving them oxygen. It's like you are fueling them. That's why when you see them as the boss, they will shout at the driver, see what you are driving. They will shout at the gateman, open the gate. They are getting light, they are getting oxygen. So if they don't make you miserable, they are not happy. So when you engage in explanation, I didn't do it, I'm sorry, it's never like that, you are fueling them. So when your silence, if he says, why did you do it? You are a prostitute. You are all those horrible names. Just keep quiet and be watching. You disarm them.
They are getting on what's going on in his mind now. Why is he not saying anything?
You are so if they will not get angry again, wanting you to get angry, they can even be physically abusive. That's when they slap, they hit, they hurt. So silence to you is golden when you are dealing with the narcissist. I think I've said some things. Let me wait for others to for people to ask their questions, and then we take it off from there.
Wow.
Don't explain. Now we're talking about boundaries. Everyone that is relating with a narcissist, set healthy boundaries. Those boundaries is like telling a child, you know, they are like babies. Actually, they have the mentality of a child. Their mental health is childish. That's why you look at little things and you are wondering, this one does not call for this drama, but they are full of drama. Because a child will always, if you tell a child don't go there, stop it, it begins to throw tantrums. And that's exactly how a narcissist is. They throw tantrums a lot. That's why there's so much drama in the home. So the truth is, your boundaries must be intact. Don't explain your limits, enforce them. Please stop explaining anything to a narcissist. They will make you to be a talkative. You become a parrot because you are screaming, can somebody hear me? Can somebody listen to me? Can somebody get what is going on? I am that. You will explain yourself tired. So you don't need that explanation. Let your boundaries be strong and intact. So let me take questions. I'm here.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, men and brethren, this is a lot. Okay, so Olufunke Adetuberu already asked 2 questions, so we're going to start with her. Number 1, she said, is it okay to walk away from a narcissist after reporting him or her severally? That is first. Secondly, now,
let me answer one by one.
Sure.
Let me take it from one, because that one I need to explain it. Please walk away when you are still alive. Get out of that life when you are still alive.
Wow.
I've not, maybe part 2, I don't know. The children, that's another dimension that everybody that is married to a narcissist is oblivious to. You are saving your life, your children are there. Your children are going to, they feel the impact more living with these people. Because by the time you are focusing on yourself, trying to survive, gasping for breath, you neglect the growth, the mental, emotional, psychological life of your children. So if you are privileged to quickly have the privilege of exit and heal. Please, every word I say here matters a lot. Exit and heal. Don't just exit and start living carelessly. At the point of your exit, you are very, 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 very vulnerable. And if you're a Christian, you are very vulnerable. If your weakness is men, you are opening your door to infidelity. If your weakness is finances, you are going to enter serious financial error and mistakes. So the best thing is get out and heal. Get out and heal. Get out and heal before you do anything. Before you know, because when you live a narcissist, you have this fresh breath. Finally. It's not finally. It's the beginning of journey, and it's a long journey. Recovering from a narcissist is like peeling an onion. Recovering from a narcissist is opening different pages because they don't leave their prey. They smear campaign you. They destroy your image. Anybody that hears you or sees you will not buy you for 1 penny.
Wow.
So if you don't know how to heal after exiting, then you might not survive it again. You might not survive the smear campaign. You might not be able to survive the lies. And they lie like lie. They lie. Their first, second, third nature is lies. And the Bible said the devil is the liar and the father of all liars.
Normally.
So when they keep telling, by the time they are reporting or talking to somebody and they have told so much lies, most people that are not professionally inclinated, you know what they do? They get confused and they begin to take sides. So what you don't know, let me say this because I know some of us are faith-based. Please, it's only in the kingdom of God we don't respect professionals. I've been using glasses for ages. I have an optician. I have tooth issue. I have to see a dentist. I did surgery some years back. I had to subject myself to the surgeon at the surgery table. While the surgery was going on, I can count about 6 people at the surgery table just to take care of one body. It is not fair on anybody that is a member of your church not to be given the privilege of having exposure to people that are professionally minded, especially in the body of Christ. We're given 5-fold ministry: the apostle, the evangelist, the apostle, the prophet, the evangelist, the teacher, and the pastor and the teacher, for the perfecting of the saints. So you cannot continue to make your congregation back them up from people that will help them professionally. The truth is, if you don't engage a professional intervention, especially with people that are having issues in your congregation, they are going to look for somebody else to talk to.
That's true.
Because the truth is, we are not wired to be in pain. So please exit with the help. Let me even put it this way. Anyone that is married to a narcissist, in the marriage, exiting, you need a solid, consistent support system to survive. So don't exit to the air. Don't exit to show them. Don't exit to be vulnerable. Don't exit to be gullible. Exit in a safe place, to a safe hand. Be in a safe place, a place where you can be very comfortable to be vulnerable, where you can say, excuse me, I'm in trouble, I'm losing my mind, I cannot handle it, I'm struggling with passion, with my emotions, I'm struggling. You will have to be in a safe place. I don't understand my kids, this one is on drugs, this one, you need to be somewhere where you know you can be safe. It is not every place is a safe place. A lady told me about her experience with the narcissist. She was told to submit. How? Please, can we just understand this in the body of Christ, that God has set people in the body to help each other, to perfect the saints. A lady was telling me her experience. She was raped, and they brought her out in the fellowship and started praying for her. So you are adding to her shame, and because of that, she got into a wrong hand in marriage. Today she's in pain. That's not how to listen. Maybe I should explain. We are tripartite being. We have a spirit, we have a soul, we live in a body. Our soul is the place of pain. When you are living with vampires called the narcissist, or you are raised by parents that are not emotionally matured, your soul is wounded. You can be a doctor and you can be loaded and be wounded. Well, your soul is wounded. You are hurting. You can be a doctor and you smoke like chimney, and you know that most smokers are liable to die young. You are using that cigarette to medicate the pain that is inflicted in your soul. You need healing. Your spirit can be intact. I see people that speak in tongues that goes to prostitute. I deal with people that have sexual struggles. So I listen to things that sounds weird to other people, but it's not weird to us because we understand the dynamics of what is going on. So exit to a safe hand, please. Don't just exit, but you have to leave. It is not manageable. Forget. Except you are ready to die. Osinachi is a public example.
Bless you, ma. I was saying I was going to mention her. Oh, we are in the spirit, ma. Oh.
Osinachi is a proof that not exiting, you are just destroying yourself. You're going to kill yourself. Listen to me and let's hear this. All the children that woman gave birth to in that marriage, that she's trying to say, because of my children, those children might even hate God. Those children need to sit in therapy for the rest of their lives, because the vehicle that brought them to this world, called the parents, were a paradox to the faith they profess. They become a paradox to the faith they profess. Please, next question, please.
Oh my God. Okay, I think this person already said, how do you end things with the narcissist? That's been answered already. Then can you also cut boundaries with your family? I don't know if you want to say.
Oh, great. Now, let me tell you something about the family of the narcissist. They have lieutenants. We call them flying monkeys. They have lieutenants. So their lieutenants is their support, strong support system from their mother to their siblings. So they have them. They are the ones that even contributed to his personality or her personality disorder. Please don't have it in mind, I'm leaving a narcissist as a revenge. No, you are living is for recovery, not for revenge. Please don't. There's no need to revenge. You are not revenging. You are taking your life back. You are having your life. When you are converted, just live your life. Don't live it. He will see me when he hear about me. No, it's not necessary. Just live your life, because there is a tendency for us to think that having to live with such people and you are out, you want to show that you are strong. You are not strong.
Yes, I want to make a statement.
No.
Mommy, why you were just speaking, something dropped to my spirit. There's a difference between temporary separation and permanent divorce. Just in case you think that you don't want a divorce, step aside first and be separated while you are looking at the person to know if anything can still happen.
Can I just even explain that? Can I say this? If two kids are fighting, when a child, two of your children are fighting, what do? You separate them first and mediate, and mediate, and mediate, and mediate, and mediate, and mediate. Then when the other one is, you see, sobriety, then they come together again. And when they are back together, let us assume there's no narcissistic personality disorder, it's just the major conflict, anger issue, blah blah blah. When you are bringing them together, you still supervise. They are in therapy. You set boundaries. They violate the boundaries, they face the consequence. You can choose your action, you can't choose consequences. So we monitor your reconciliation. And honestly speaking, some, especially when you are dealing with full-blown narcissists, reconciliation is 0%. Some, they still have the fear of God and they can work things through. But some, just know that you are just wasting energy.
Based on what you've said now, I want to take a question from here. So, can a narcissist be can it be subjected by physical therapy without spiritual wavelength or spiritual dimensions? Sorry, ma, because the Bible says in Galatians 5:16, it says, dwell in the spirit, fulfill the loss of the flesh. And flesh is against spirit, and spirit against the flesh. So, if we know that there's a mental, deformity somewhere, can it be subjected by just physical therapy, especially when the person agrees that...
Thank you. You have answered your question. One thing that is natural with the narcissist is they don't know they have a problem.
Exactly.
They don't know there's a problem. Now, when the prodigal son said, why? What happened? This is not nice. Why would I take my inheritance and just leave? That was the beginning of recovery. What changes a man is insight. I'm wrong. This is not nice. I'm not fair in this relationship. I'm so sorry. Now, when there's narcissist, there are so many ways to. That's why in this profession, when I'm answering questions, I answer the question generally. Because it is risky for you to use one stroke for one folk, different stroke for different folks. So this question, I'm answering it broadly. There are some that have been a believer and they know they have a problem, but they don't know how to be out of it. And they are ready to be helped, but listen and listen carefully. When you are helping a narcissist in therapy, is a lot of work. Because that person is a personality. It's like telling a fish to fly and a bird to swim. You can see that it's difficult. So the people that takes them into therapy does a lot of work. There's need for patience, serious patience. There's need for intense therapy. And they must make financial commitments. They must pay for the sessions. They must pay for therapy. No pro bono for a narcissist. They will never, it's not their fault. They are used to free things. They are used to having things their way. So you know where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. The moment you have put your financial treasure somewhere, then you know you are going for it. And when you are even dealing with the wife or the husband of a narcissist for recovery, financial involvement is important, because the way the church has painted therapy and recovery has really messed things up for people to think shebi is just counseling me. No. It's a profession, it's a structured system, well structured for accountability. I have gone to my lawyer in my organization have gone to court before to defend a client when they have to defend a client. I have written official letter to some embassies in this world to help my client to escape from the snare of a narcissist. So we are doing it professionally. And there was a client I had to tell them I'm done, but I can give your report to another therapist to continue. So we have comprehensive reports. We have report because sometimes, especially with church people can assume, why do you want to leave? Just tell the person, we saw a therapist. She has all her data, her files. He or she knows exactly what has happened. Can she send you a letter? By the time your pastor or whosoever is telling you to die there, read 10 pages, 15 pages of experiences with details and everything. We do 15, I've done 20 pages of comprehensive reports to a church for defense on the toxicity and the abuse, without prejudice, without biases. And of course, they had sat on the board meeting and read those reports and asked the narcissist, is this thing true or false? He said it's true, then we are good to go. So it is even going to help you to exit. So when you are leaving, nobody is stigmatizing you. And listen to me. I wrote something here that came to my mind. Healing starts when you stop explaining your pain to the one who caused it, whether himself, his family. Healing starts when you stop explaining your pain to the one who caused it.
My God.
Healing starts when you stop explaining your pain to the one who caused it. And God has promised you, instead of shame, He will give you double honor. Listen to me. The challenge the church have is the fact that, what will people say? Hey, they will say, let them say, you wear the shoes, you know where it hurts.
Yes.
You wore the shoes, you know where it hurts. He that wears the shoes know where it hurts. It's not anybody's business. It's your story, it's your reality. Let them talk. I was so happy when I saw on Instablog that the daughter of Pastor Bimbo declared that I'm off. Oh my goodness.
I saw it this morning.
That was freedom for her. The church must kill the culture of silence. People die. People have died. It's because Osinachi came to the public. You know how many women are carrying cancer? Recently, I have 4 clients. 4 of them had to go and remove their breasts. Married to these vampires. Using silicone. As I'm talking to you, my clients are all over the world. And it's not fair. It's not fair. Another thing that I wrote down that struck my heart. Married to a narcissist teaches you this. You can lose yourself trying to save someone who was never drowning, just waving for attention. I swim, so I understand. Married to a narcissist teaches you this. You can lose yourself trying to save someone who was never drowning, just waving for attention. I remember I was swimming to the deep just about a few weeks ago. And of course, I can swim. And my coach was there. My coach was there in the pool. I just did like this. I wanted attention. It wasn't that I was drowning. The man said, mommy, you can swim. I said, yes. That was when the word came to me. It came to me in the swimming pool. That married to a narcissist teaches you this. You can lose yourself trying to save someone who was never drowning, just waving for attention. And that is it. So by the time you are married to a narcissist and he's just want attention, he's not drowning. They love themselves, they worship themselves, they don't have headache, they don't have sickness, they are not sick. It's attention they are looking for. So don't even bother to save somebody that is not drowning, just waving for attention inside the swimming pool. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Mommy. 2 more questions before you go, ma'am. We know there's a race against marriages. from the devil. He fought the first marriage and is still going to keep fighting. And from the analysis, we made us understand that most of these characters are what we can find in the devil himself. Can we now say that the devil has replicated his DNA in human beings with this trait that we have now called in an English language narcissism?
I have a nick.
Sorry, mommy. I want to marry this question now with this other one. That is it just a function of nature or nurture tendencies?
It's nurture culture. But let me answer this question. It's going to take me time, but I would encapsulate it quickly. We are I have a nickname. It's trace it, embrace it, erase it, and start replacing it. That's my nickname. Anything I teach it in that light. Trace it, embrace it, erase it, and start replacing it. Hear me profoundly. The root of narcissistic personality disorder is family dysfunction. It is not Satan onslaught of anything. But the truth is, we have adult children that are raised from a dysfunctional home. Daddy drinks, mommy drinks, oh God, I have a lot to say in this area. It's deep. Now, we are looking at, let's look at biblical personality. Look at Abraham. Abraham came from a lineage of an idol worshiper. Brought the wife, and I will say in my light of truth that Abraham became born again in the content of the New Testament, yes or no? Because he had an encounter with God. Leave your kindred, leave your family. Now, 3 inlet. Number 1, Abraham. The lineage is idol worshipping. And idolatry is close to adultery.
Yes.
So, from that family system, we have adultery. Idolatry with adultery. He was born again. His spirit was connected to God. But his soul, of where he grew up from, the idolatry background still in his soul. Your soul is the seat of your family system, your bloodline. That's why the Bible says if anyone is in Christ, is a new creature, all things are passed away. It is the soul that is talking about. This is the spirit that is talking about. The soul and the body is not born again. And Jesus said something in Matthew 12, 43 to 45. He said, when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he walked through that places, seeking rest. He said, let me come back and check. When he found the place clean, swept, and garnished, meaning that you have come from a dysfunctional home, you are raised by parents that are narcissistic, that are abusive, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. You are raised from such a system. Naturally, it affects you as a child. That's why ask all the people that are married to a narcissist, what attracted them to the narcissist is because they are raised dysfunctionally. Whether polygamy, you can be raised from a monogamy and be very dysfunctional. If you are raised in a polygamous home, you are superly dysfunctional. If you are raised by a single parent, you are sickly dysfunctional. So you have to trace. Now we are tracing the background of the narcissist. Some parents are the ones that make their kids a narcissist. Probably you are the kind of a child that is a little bit gifted. Maybe you have visionary gifts. Or you are a little bit laid back. Maybe you are sickly or something. So they start worshiping you as a small g god. So it gets into you. So nurture and culture makes people a narcissist too. Are you getting me now? So the truth is, the background, the upbringing, parenting can breed a narcissist in a child, to make that child becomes a self-absorbed person, proud person, self-worship, self-exaltation personality. Now, when those people come to Christ, They struggle. And that's why we cannot say that the devil has invaded the world. No. Everybody stems from a home. We all dump our lives in a family system. It is our family system that makes whatever we are today out of us. So that's why when you trace it, there are things you cannot do anything about. Maybe you were raped, blah, blah, blah. You embrace it. Then you get into therapy to erase it and start replacing it. And that's why Africa culture, you are a therapist, you are a counselor. People should start getting to know that it is not be spiritual to seek intervention. As a matter of fact, seeking therapy, seeking intervention is a sign of strength, is not a sign of weakness. It means that you are not in denial. Joseph came from a dysfunctional home. He was messed up. He kept his integrity. You can be loaded and be wounded. Joseph was loaded, but he was wounded. Before he knew it, he did not sleep with Potiphar's wife. He was keeping his integrity. The pain was still there. When he got to the prison and interpreted the gift, the dream of the baker and the butler, and he started talking. I didn't do anything. They just put me here. God said, this guy, you can't go anywhere until you are healed. Joseph sat in therapy for 2 years. For 2 solid years. To heal. By the time he was healed, he saw his brothers, he was crying. There is not a time for vengeance again. He was no longer asking for vengeance or punishment. It was just, you meant it for evil. God has turned it around. Because he had become a wounded healer. And that's what we're talking about. And recovery from this is like peeling an onion. That's why you sit in therapy.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This is the last question. I wanted to just marry the 2 statements you said now earlier when you said narcissism can be a mental problem, and now you've also said that it can be a function of nurture versus culture. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. Mental problem starts with every child comes to the world blank now. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you. So it is what you put into that child that the child will play back to life. So for nobody is born to be mad. Sorry. So you have mental problem because you were raised dysfunctionally. There are 3 inlets. Thank you. Psychologist tells us about the culture of nurture and culture. Now the truth is, when you look at the background of a child that is being raised narcissistically, you will notice something that child will always want to have his way or her way. When a child kept having his way and throw tantrums, oh God, I've seen children that would throw tantrums and scatter everywhere, and they okay, let him be. Let the child throw tantrums. He's throwing it for his own life. The tantrums will calm down later. Are you still there?
I'm with you, mommy. I'm with you.
Okay. So the truth is, a child comes into the world blank. What you play to that child, what you allow. Now, if I'm talking about sexual addiction, is a different thing. But because I'm talking about narcissistic now, I'm just going to leave it there. But the truth is, our parenting, our upbringing makes us sane or insane. And when your father is a narcissist or your mother is a narcissist, you grow in a toxic environment because you don't have expression. When you are raised from a dysfunctional home, don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. That is your title. Don't trust, don't talk, and don't feel. It's the appendix, the signature of children that are raised from a dysfunctional home. So when you keep bottling up, and we are not wired to bottle up, when you keep bottling up, then problem starts. Because a lot of people have asked, so why did I get here? That's why when you are married to a narcissist, please go to therapy. I will say it like a broken record. You cannot get out in isolation. You know why? A narcissist will never leave his prey. They don't want you to go. If you go physically, they will torture you mentally, emotionally, psychologically. They will spoil you everywhere to make sure you don't leave. So you need you know, I told one of my clients, I said, listen, the moment you are feeling bad by religion and tradition, I say, hey, you left, just keep remembering the evil he has done to you, and you ask yourself, would Jesus do this to me? Thank you.
Wow. Ooh, we are not going to recover from this in a hurry. But mommy, I beg you in the name of the Lord, before you go, I have a question to ask for the sake of people that are not married yet. Because we understand that narcissism is someone that is manipulative.
Highly.
It means that for somebody to be in a relationship with a narcissist and cannot take a walk because the narcissist will always manipulate him or her back into the relationship.
No, we call it hoovering. They hoover you back. They abuse you. When you are in pain, they beg you, they bring you back. When you are in pain, they beg you, they bring you back. So you are going in a circle. Now, let me help the singles here. Let's just wait and let's talk to the singles. Hear me and hear me well. The eye that will follow you to the grave will not be bringing out water in the morning. There is nobody that married a narcissist that does not see the red flag. The only thing is, because you are from a dysfunctional home, you are looking for an escape, an exit. That's why you end up marrying a narcissist.
Yes.
So, for somebody that is single, when you see those red flags, back off early. A broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. A broken courtship is better than a broken destiny. That woman, look at her voice. She's singing in heaven now. She has joined the saints. A broken courtship is better than a broken purpose. So it's better for you to exit yourself and let God heal your wound and do a goodbye kiss. Because when you enter into it, the scar of, oh, he's a divorcee, she's a divorcee. We are living that realm of being stigmatized. Nobody cares about that. Is your experience, is your reality.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. Mommy, thank you so much.
Have I answered that question? Have I answered that question?
Okay. 200%.
Thank you.
200%.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, mommy. This what you compressed in 1 hour 15 minutes is what can help people from years to come. And I tell you for free, mommy, now it's confirmed that I didn't make a mistake reaching out to you, ma'am, on this topic. Because I know a lot of people have been blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be on to our mommy, the Lord, Dr. Mrs. Olufunke, and she has spoken at length on this. Of course, I'm going to be adding her up as a facilitator. This is a session you need to go back to watch. You need to download the footage into your devices. If you are married, you watch it intentionally. If you are single, you watch it. Whatever happens, there's an application for you with this session. And I know that we are going to be blessed. Someone is asking here, but mommy has to go. What do you do when you have a child is a narcissist and he wants to use that to fight you?
Yes, they use your children to fight you. They weaponize everything in your life. Please, I will answer her. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, mommy.
You understand? I'm not in a hurry. The truth is very simple. Anything they have in your life that will make you happy, they make you miserable with it. So the child that is between you, every woman loves the child, they use it as a weapon. That's why you need to be in therapy, honestly. If there's no, because now, like I said, when we are dealing with the narcissist, we are opening pages.
Yeah.
It's not, now you are talking about children now. You can even talk about, I've seen, there was this man, oh my God, brilliant child, never visited a child in school once. The child came out with the first class, he beats the child for being rude or something.
Imagine.
That's a page. How do I help you to manage a narcissist that wants to beat your child physically? Because the child is not bowing, bow down, drop your phone, boost, bass, things like that. You know, they are just egocentric. So how do you handle that? How do you handle the smear campaign, the lies that the person will go and tell your children and see you as a bad person? How do you handle that? So we have to listen to you, understand the dynamics of what is going on. Then that's where your therapy session comes in. So you can't exit alone. Please don't try it. Don't try it. If you try it, probably you fulfill destiny. You sing with the saints like Osinachi in heaven. God forbid. I've said God forbid.
Ladies and gentlemen, mommy is an expert in this issue of, let me say, ministry of narcissism.
Oh God. It's actually a ministry because, listen, let me quickly say this. We are already in the battle. You know why? Children are raised dysfunctionally now. Daddy is a baby, mommy is a baby, they have babies. So the system itself, the whole system is polluted and contaminated now. So the truth is, we're going to have it more. In the next 5 years, people will be scared of what you'll be seeing on social media. We are seeing it, but it's still small. It's going to be massive because nobody is talking. There's no awareness. There's no understanding. And people that are talking about it, most people that talk about narcissistic personality disorder, they are talking from pain. If you are still in pain, you are still hurting, you cannot help anybody.
Yes.
So you have to come from the place of healing.
You cannot give away.
Thank you.
Thank you, mommy. Thank you. So, gentlemen, please do well to understand that you need to follow mommy and send her a DM intentionally if you have issues regarding this particular ministry of narcissism. Also understand that I'm going to be adding our multifaceted so that it reflects on our both pages. And I'm trusting that the Lord Almighty will help us in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, mommy.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you. Let's say goodbye to mommy.
Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye.